say, they acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta turn his TV off, 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 turn his TV off.
You carried out a protest during one of the most watched sports events in the U.S. Where did the idea come to you, and why did you do this?
I was selected to be a part of the halftime show as a performer slash production assistant, helping put some of the equipment on the field. And after like the third or fourth, because we were rehearsed for 2 weeks before the performance, and in the third rehearsal, I was like, I know I'm here for something bigger than just me jumping around with Kendrick Lamar. But then I got inspired once we started practicing with Kendrick to use this as a way to bring light somehow use this as a way to bring light to what's going on in the land of Gaza, the oppression of the people, the genocide of the people. Then as we continue with practice and I saw all of the flag symbolism that Kendrick had in his performance, I decided to have the Palestinian and the Sudanese flag, because these are both our Muslim brothers and sisters, my Muslim brothers and sisters who are suffering from great atrocities and great oppression and great zulm, on the biggest platform and display this flag, these flags in front of the president, the other influencers, millionaires, billionaires, and people all over the world, when they wouldn't want that. So that was my inspiration to just do my part, and then trusting God to do the rest. And I knew it would help unify the Ummah and show solidarity to our Muslim brothers and sisters who are suffering these hardships and trials.
As an American citizen, what do you think about the U.S. policy about Gaza, and what is your message to the Trump administration?
Well, as we know, Biden's administration gave the green light and supplied the money and the funding and the arms to destroy Gaza with bombs and destroy the infrastructure and north and south. And now it seems like the Trump administration is coming in to play cleanup man and try to take I just heard him say he wants to take ownership of Gaza. He said, we're taking Gaza and we're not buying it. We're going to turn it into beachfront resorts. And I don't know if he wants to put a Disneyland or roller coasters there. But what he didn't say is that he's going to implement the Gazan people in this rebuilding. He wants to displace and relocate the Gazan people. And what I say to that is that's not a wise decision. So I pray that God changes his heart and his mind to have empathy and for these humans who are suffering. Just because they don't look like you, Trump, doesn't mean you can disregard them, because I don't want the wrath of God to come upon America. Because I'm an American and I love America. And my ancestors that came from Africa built America hundreds of years ago. And as we see already in this early year, all of the different calamities that's happening on our land, from fires in California to plane crashes to terrorist attacks, to people blowing up cars, shootings, all this type of stuff. There's a great fitna on this land, and I don't want that to increase. So I pray for the American people. I pray that God guides Donald Trump and that he takes the Palestinian and the Gazan into consideration with whatever plans they have over there in that land in the Middle East.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
So, as an American, you became a Muslim later on, and that story, interestingly, has a tie with Turkey. Can you tell us about yourself a little bit?
Well, I'm born and raised in New Orleans. Yes, I wasn't born Muslim, but I was seeking guidance as a young man, as a young mustache, as they would say, at about 20, 21, 22. And I used to start praying every day, and I prayed to God to guide me and give me success. You know what I'm saying? Guide me to the way that'll make me feel fulfilled. And I used to sell merchandise. I was getting merchandise and selling it in New Orleans. And later on in the journey of me buying goods, I found out the person I used to buy the stuff from was from Turkey. But I got a plane ticket and I came out there to try to basically find the manufacturer of the shoes and the clothes that I was buying. And then in that journey, I found Islam. I was walking through the Sultanate area and I saw this big old beautiful building. And I looked up and I said, man, what is that? And I walked in there, right? I walked in the building. Later on, I found that it was Sultanate Jami, the Blue Mosque. But when I walked in the building, I think it was Ramadan, because I didn't know nothing about Ramadan at the time. But I know the mosque was full, and they were making a long, what I know is a dua, because they were sitting in a jostle position for like a long time, because I got down there and kneeled with them. But I just felt this overwhelming feeling like this is what you were looking for. So Allah answered all of my prayers in one trip. So I have a great love for Turkey and the Turkish people because they were so helpful, so generous, so loving, so kind, so compassionate. And they took a brother from New Orleans who didn't know nothing in and showed me around the country and helped change my life. You know what I mean?
And because of this protest, you are banned from watching future NFL games. I know that you are a big football fan. What do you think about this penalty?
Yeah, I'm a Saints fan. You know, I was connected with the Saints when they went to the Super Bowl in 2010. But what do I say about that? I say hopefully I can get Jay-Z to call Roger Goodell, who's the commissioner of the NFL, and get that ban lifted. We'll probably get that ban lifted in about 3 or 4 years. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm not tripping too much. I was seeking the pleasure of Allah, and I was seeking the favor and the du'as of my Muslim brothers and sisters who are empathetic to the sufferings of those in Palestine and in Sudan, and those who are being oppressed and victims of genocide in Sudan and Palestine. Their du'as, the du'as of the oppressor are priceless. Not worth any NFL ticket, not worth any Super Bowl ticket, not worth of any amount of gold, diamonds, or cash. Because inshallah, on the day of Yom Qiyamah, on the day of judgment, those du'as will help me get into paradise.
Let me hear you say, Master! They acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta. Master! They acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my on the, but some gotta. Turn this TV off, 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 turn this.